Okay, we're live. I'm just going to quickly get this up that we're broadcasting. And let me join the game here. Okay, 1424, Seattle with the ball at their own 32. In the Tecmo Bowl of 1993, number 6 in league history. Jay's been in 4 of them, and counting this one, and he won the first 3. Dennis was also in the Tecmo Bowl in 89 and 91, and lost to Jay both years. All right, we're going to get the card image up. Just see if anybody is joining every so often. Okay, 3 wide receiver look early on here. So linebacker Jimmy Johnson hits the dreaded 5, no gain. Better take a quick look and see what happened on the first play that we might have missed. Or it might have just been a punt return to the 32. So here we go. Seattle came in regular season of 13-3, won 2 playoff games. Cincinnati was 9-7, have won 3 playoff games to get here. Long to Ernest Givens. And Aikman goes down. Terry Wooden with the sack. It's actually caused by Vincey Glenn. And it's 3rd and 17. 4 wide receiver shotgun. Johnny Johnson, the lone back. It's going to be long to Tillman. It's going to be a dump off, pick up 6, 4th and 11. Sean Lendetta comes onto the field to punt. And we'll see if we're going to get Dan Marino or Berline. I get a feeling I'm going to go with the old hand. Dan Marino. Nope. Well, that's just the computer manager so far. We'll see. That's why I covered this up. It's just showing computer manager suggestions. So I covered that up when not playing the game and just observing. Marino's starting. Jay kind of mentions that in a menacing way. Marino in. I've seen a lot of guys do that when they have a change in quarterback. I normally just change them. I figure it'll be pretty easy to notice. I didn't change quarterbacks at all this year, but I've done that in the past. And we've got a blocking back set with Cam Hayward, Rod Bernstein. It's got 20 carries, I believe. 22, actually. And it's going to be a linebacker Bernstein. He hits the dreaded 5. So runners getting used to the middle of the field here. 2nd and 10, Cin-Sea at their own 29-yard line. It's going to be long to Anthony Miller, longtime #1 receiver for them, incomplete. 3rd and 10. You're only going to get so many throws with Marino. You get a feeling a decent percentage of them are going to be for chunks of yardage. Cam Hayward stays in, one of the many excellent pass blocking backs. 7 pass blocker. Not showing blitz here. It's going to be short to Coates, being double teamed by the linebacker. It's going to be a dump off. It's going to be a 10-yard pickup. Looks like Bruce Matthews made the block there against Stacy Dillard. And Terry O.B., 10 yards on the underneath route. It's going to be a left end run, guess wrong, Bernstein. Once again, the roll of 5. Running backs still trying to get their footing here early. It's going to be short to OB. Guess right. Defender X is going to beat him. He's going to pick up 17. And Marino's got the Bengals across midfield. First team to make a penetration into opponent's territory. 1st and 10. Bernstein with Hayward as the blocking back. It's going to be flat left to Bernstein. Big double teamed. Big pick chance here in the flat. It's going to be incomplete. Would have been 9, guessed right. Nice job there by Dennis. 2nd and 10 at the 44. We'll see if he may show blitz. Didn't early. He is. It's going to be long to Miller. Guessed right. Incomplete. Got the protection. No second high linebacker. So it'll be 3rd and 10. Three wide receivers. Veteran James Lofton in. It's going to be long, incomplete to Miller once again. Marino early, 2 for 6 for 27. 4th down, he's going to punt. Going to look for a quaffing corner. I know what you're saying, Ryan Christensen, but Chase not one of those guys that wants to use the fake punt. Blocking back set. It's going to be a flat pass to Moose. No men in zone. It's going to be a short gain, 11-yard pickup. Moose. Familiar target for Troy Aikman from the NFL days. Aikman does have an attempt limit, but it's 59, so we're not going to get there. Marino's is 23. It's going to be flat to Johnny, or the Moose again, 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5, Seattle at their own 36. Midway through the first. Short to Johnson being double teamed, throwing to his halfback. Had 1,000 yards rushing and receiving. It's going to be a dump off. Jackie Harris, the tight end, 14 yards. Aikman starts 4 for 4. And Seattle at midfield. First down. It's going to be a long to Johnny Johnson, incomplete. Guessed right by the defense. Then run left, Johnny Johnson, guessed wrong. 3-yard pickup, as you see, plus 57 on 2. Three wide receiver, one running back. It's a different running back, though. It's not Moose, it's Johnny Johnson, 3-3-5. Short pass to Andre Reed, but it's one of those tipped at the line of scrimmage. Wide receiver might have been open. He probably would have caught it, but had no chance after the deflection. And on 4th and 7, Sean Landeta is back out to punt. He will get the coffin corner, and Seattle will pin Cincinnati back at their own 12. Linebacker Bernstein, guessed wrong. One man in zone. Todd Collins makes the play. And the -1 will give the defense a chance to go to the 3-3-5 per league rules. Stays in the 3-4, no blitz. 2nd and 11. Bengals, of course, one of their in-run left Bernstein. It's going to get 3 on the block by Galbraith that was not made. One of the things that contributed, along with Marino and great receivers, great coaching, etc., to Cincinnati's first 3 titles, they've had some of the better pass blockers in the league. Their offensive tackles, along with Bruce Matthews especially. Cam Hayward, of course, 6'7" as a blocking back. 3rd and 8, blitz being shown. Dennis likes to bring pressure, but he drops 2 guys deep. It's going to be a 7-yard pickup, 4th and 1. Barker out to punt. I go for a lot of 4th and 1s. I rarely go for one at the 21. So I would definitely punt. Brian Mitchell here with a shot. 5-yard pickup. So Seattle with good starting field position. Holding the Bengals there to a first down. At their own 39. 3:18 remaining first quarter. Here's a short gain. John Johnson's going to pick up 12. He's allowed 20 carries. Brian Mitchell gets 6. Moose gets a couple. Bieniemy 3. And Rivers 2. So he's got some other guys that can get a couple of carries for you, but mostly it's going to be Johnny Johnson and Brian Mitchell. 3 carries early. The game in the NFC Championship game, Johnny Johnson had a ton of early carries, probably had 12 carries by the first third of the game. Short pass guess right. Andre Reed with a 17-yard completion. Some of the older and greater wide receivers of all time here. Andre Reed, John Taylor, James Lofton, at the end of their careers, but great wide receivers. So look into Andre Reed. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 with a nice chunky pickup on the receiver card. Got down to the 17. Johnny Johnson opening the drive with a short gain, of course. Look in, Andre Reed's going to pick up 4. Kind of get you away from that variable field goal at the 32. Now you're at the 28. You're in a much more makeable 3rd down. Dennis and I have talked about it, and I think most coaches agree. It's really nice to score first, especially if the game is kind of a low-scoring game. Being the first team on the board just feels kind of good to get points, and not as likely to go for 4th downs in a game where you haven't scored. It's going to be short to Johnny Johnson. It'll be incomplete. We'll still see the field goal unit come on. Chris Dion. See if he's able to get points on the board here. He does. Not great, but above average. 2 through 7, 11, and 12. You have guys anywhere from like 2 through 5 at the one end to occasionally guys that are great. In the 40-yard field goal range, they'll be like 2 through 9, 2 through 10. That's a real weapon to have if you've got guys in the 4th deepest range that are 2 through 9 or 2 through 10. So Seattle on the board first. This will be the last play of the first quarter. Linebacker draw, guessed wrong. Bernstein gets 2. Get that roll of 2, you get a little excited, but unfortunately just a couple of yards there for Bernstein. 2nd and 8. Bernstein's got 5 carries. 17 remaining. It's going to be in and run left Bernstein. It's good. And he gets a 12, but it's only 4. So he's hit the snake eyes and boxcars, guessed wrong, and it's 3rd and 4. Adrian Peterson somewhere shaking his head. It's like, man, that's 2 different touchdowns I would have had. And a -1, nice play by the defense there. Let's see what the white die roll was. 6. Could have been a +17 with nobody there. 1 linebacker. If he wasn't a 6, would have been 10. So very nice play to have 2 linebackers there. And again, a roll of 12. So some potential big plays, but wrong roll for the wrong guy. There's Brian Mitchell with a nice return, picking up 15. Just want to check and make sure. Yeah, he's good. Make sure he is. Yeah. There's a linebacker minus or +1 or +5. Jesse Solomon with a nice play on a roll of a 4. He is a 4. 2nd and 9. John Johnson and Jackie Harris during the regular season had tons of catches, tons of yards. They get someone dump off, but they're also targets. And here's Moose going again. It's going to pick up 4, setting up 3rd and 5. This defensive assignment was blown on a blitz. So the defender wasn't checked on that play. 3rd and 5, we will see the blocking back set. 4 down territory, perhaps. Short to the Moose, double teamed. It's going to be a dump off. It's going to be a first down. John Taylor picks up a 9. Number 9. First and 10. Aikman early. 9 for 13, 71 yards. No turnovers. Malta 37. Seattle up 3-0. It's going to be a linebacker Johnson +2. Ball at the 35, 2nd and 8. Haven't seen Cincinnati show blitz a ton this year, and they're not. Short pass, Sean Taylor, 3-man in zone. Guess right. It's going to be a dump off. It's going to be a short gain, pickup of 12. Andre Reed, 3 for 33 so far. Excuse me. One of those weird allergy days we get here in late June. Looking Jackie Harris, 5-yard pickup, close to the interception. And that would have been an interception. Guessed right. So 2nd and 5 at the 18. No blitz. It was a huge play, but normally we don't talk in game. Ball at the 18, 2nd and 5. Inside great field goal range, but you know Dennis wants 7 here. Doesn't want to be contained either. Defense knowing that. Could this be a short yardage situation? Defenses guessing pass, short to Taylor. Defenses with less to lose can go short yardage a little more often. So once you get down in situations like this, sometimes you see it from guys who don't run it a whole lot. Short to Taylor. It's going to be a dump off. Moose, 4 for 25. And that'll pick up the first down. Big pickup there. Aikman's been extending the drive with dump offs quite often on the game's first couple of drives. First and 10. Look in, read. Nobody there. It's going to be pick up 8. Had enough pressure that there was no guess wrong based on the empty flat. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Nice pickup still for Reed, 4 for 41. Pickup of 2, Johnny Johnson. We've seen some guessed wrong low gainers on edge rolls. The guys sometimes want to roll on a meatier part of the card. You never know. Certain runners just don't have really big boosts there. It's going to be a linebacker Aikman. And he's into the end zone. Jamie Dukes with a 6 versus a 6. He got the boost with the full house, and the extra point by Christie is good, and it's 10-0. Be right back. Okay, no fumble there. Kickoff returns are deceiving because you don't get the touchdown always when it shows touchdown, and you don't get the fumble always when it shows fumble. It's going to be a correct double team, long to Coates, incomplete. Linebacker double team, so there's no men in zone, but that knocks Marino's long gains off the card, and Coates will still guess right if it happens to come up receiver, though, and there's a lot of receivers with no men in zone. 3 for 8, 34 yards for Marino, no turnovers. It's long to Ben Coates again, one man deep, some pressure coming on the outside. It's going to be a dump off, but OB unable to get the rolls. 3 for 9 early. 3 wide receiver, 1 fullback. Cam Hayward, shotgun. Three double teams, short to Obi, not double teamed. So there'll be 3 men in zone. Nope, there's 4. Never mind. It's going to be another dump off. And that would have to be to Cam Hayward based on the dump off rules. 46-yarder. Brian Mitchell has got some big plays on 2. 2-yard fumble, but unfortunately for the Bengals, hoping to get a break and get back in this thing, the offense recovers. Once again, we're getting some 2, 3, 11, and 12 top rolls in the game, but they're not always coming up the way you think they might. 1st and 10 at the 22, Troy Aikman up 10-0. It's going to be a -1 for Johnny Johnson. See, I love to take a lot of the 5 minutes and 24 seconds off of this clock before Cincinnati got the ball back, if they don't keep it the whole half. Up 10-0. I'm going to limit possessions if you can. And run right Johnson, he's guessed wrong. He's got 3. He's had a couple, or 1 or 2 short gains, I can't remember. At least 1. Picked up 12. 7 for 21 so far, so it looks like that's probably the only one. 3 running backs, a halfback, so he doesn't have the moose protection back there. It's going to be long to Johnny Johnson, 1 man deep, receiver card incomplete. 4th and 8, Seattle will punt. Very nice for Cincinnati to get another shot here. Getting those out of sync errors mostly on returns, it seems like. Seattle got the ball to start, so Cincinnati has a chance here to move down, get points, and get the ball to start the second half. And run left Bernstein. Guess wrong, 5-yard pickup. Second and 5, ball at their own 36. No blitz being shown. Linebook guessed right, man in zone, 2-yard pickup. Once again, we get a roll of 12. 3 minutes remaining, 3rd and 3 at their own 38. Three, 4, no blitz. And run left, guess wrong. Bernstein's got 4. Nice job picking up the first down there. You really hate to punt. You probably wouldn't get it back. So now Cincinnati keeps their hopes alive of maybe being able to do a wraparound, score the last points of the half and the first points of the second half. Long to OB, nobody deep against a 5. We got a dump off incomplete. Dump off has not been as friendly to the Bengals in the first half as it has been to the Seahawks. Second and 10. Marino 11 attempts. So got a few left. 2-yard pickup's going to let's leave it at 3rd and 8. Three wide receiver, Hayward in. Not showing blitz, 3-3-5. Short to James Lofton, no double team, 4-man in zone. It's going to be a dump off pickup of 7 into Seattle territory. No hesitation. Jay's going to go for it. Nice field position to go for it, as well as the low time remaining. Kenneth Davis in. We've seen him run the ball in line butt situations. When he's in the game, you think of an end runner, but he's one of those guys that can run strong up the middle. Linebacker Marino, guess wrong. Got 5. Beat the nose tackle, Stacy Dillard, who is a 5. Almost, but not quite. Important first down at the 44 of the Seahawks. Blocking back set. Minute 22 remaining. First timeout used by Cincinnati. Flat right Bernstein. He was keyed, so it'll be guessed wrong. Looking for the run there. He's got 12. Does he get out of bounds? He does. Seattle 32. Cusp of long field goal range here. Blitz being shown. 3-4. Blocking back set. Looking Bernstein. Guessed right. 1 man. He's got 7. He's going to set up 2nd and 3. Probably see a hurry up here. We do 52 seconds, 2 timeouts left for Cincinnati. Not showing blitz. Linebacker Bernstein, wrong. 2-yard pickup, 3rd and 1. Timeout, 45 seconds remaining. pro set, Hayward and Davis. Look in Hayward, nobody there. Big time blitz, 10-yard pickup. Possible we'll see a spike. It's the only time I actually miss it is take a look at the time options. Last time out taken. So we're going to play with 15 seconds left inbounds and get the spike if you've got the down to burn. Blitz being shown here at the 13. Flat right. Coates guess right. One man, 6 yards inbounds. You got to run the hurry up. If it's second, oh, it's, yeah, 22 seconds left. I think I run the hurry up there. If you stay in bounds, you spike it and kick. I mean, it's a tough call, and it depends kind of how you look at it. You could go either way, but 3-3-5, he could still spike it regardless of any action, so he hasn't given anything away. Or I'm sorry, he can't spike it, but he can get the field goal unit on. Short to Coates, guess right, blitzing, touchdown. Important drive for Cincinnati. They're on the board. Pelfrey on for the extra point. Pelfrey rings it through, and it's 10-7, 8 seconds left. With Brian Mitchell deep, I don't think he's got a touchdown, but he's usually got a big enough play that you want to squib it, or I don't know if I'd onside it and give him the ball at the 45, but yeah, it's a squib. Cin-Sea will push him back to the 40 or 39 rather. So we'll take a 61-yard long gain to get in the end zone. It's going to be long. Lawyer Tillman, it's going to be a sack. And the first half is going to end Cincinnati getting a real big, they're going to get the ball at the start of the second half, but they got a real big touchdown drive at the end and cut the 10-0 Seattle lead down to 10-7 at the half. We're going to take a quick break. Oh, there's Mick. Run at him. Hey, Mick, can you hear? He may be just silent listening. I need to turn up my volume. Are you there, Mick? Yeah, I think he's just listening. Okay. I need to remember to hit full screen again. And we're back at the game. We'll take a look at the halftime stats. Apologize, I'm really struggling with allergies today. Here's the box score. Steve Christie with the early field goal, only points in the first quarter, and then each team scored a touchdown in the second quarter. Troy Aikman, 3-yard run. Ben Coates, 7-yard pass from Marino with 8 seconds left in the half. Had a couple of sacks. Hickman's gone down twice. And that's the only other highlights that we've really seen. 110 yards for Cincinnati. Seattle's played great defense throughout these playoffs, as you've probably noticed. Great defense both ways, 109, 110 yards. One fumble, but no turnovers. 85, 83 in net passing yards, 27, 24 in net rushing yards. Very, very close game. Just really being a little bit closer to points is the only difference. We saw the Steve Christie long field goal. What was it? 45 yards. So getting down to the 28 instead of being at the 45 on a 4th and 10. It's really the only difference. Just one of those kind of field position kind of ends up being just in field goal range or just out of or just over the goal line or just short of it. Those things kind of add up during a game, and apparently like we saw, stats very even, but Cincinnati is trailing by 3, but they do get the ball. All right, we are back. Try some Flonase here. Deep kickoff, so going to be a touchback. And maybe see Birdline start the second half. Marino's getting kind of low. Take a quick look. I forget. I know he gets 23, but I forget how he ended. I know he's close to 15, 18. That's where the spikes kind of hurt too. Here's Birdline. Quite a solid quarterback. There's no Dan Marino. Nobody else really was. But look at that great flat card. Little high picks. 14 right short. Decent enough run, but a little bit high on the picks. It's got a must run on 9, but it's going to take a nice roll for it to make a difference. We'll see what a snap fumble looks like. If I remember right, it's in the 7, 8 range. Nothing too bad. It's going to be a 2 defender in zone +1 correct double team. Dennis has really been nailing the double teams. Birdline, yeah, medium fumble 6.5, so 1 through 6. 2nd and 9. Birdline unlimited in attempts. And if he brings Marino in and it burns out his attempts, he does get to bring Birdline back in the same half. That's a playoff stipulation. 2nd and 9, no blitz being shown. Bernstein's got about 10 attempts left rushing wise. Linebacker Bernstein, guess wrong. One man. Runners are struggling today. That's the best way to put it. There have been some guess wrong, some box possibilities, and they're just not hitting many rolls. 3rd and 9. There's Anthony Miller with a nice 12-yard pickup. Birdline 2 for 2, 13 yards. After their 33, the Bengals looking to see if they could take the lead here with a touchdown or tie it with a field goal. It's going to be short to Coates. He's double teamed. That's a linebacker double team. It's going to be a dump off. It's going to be 6 yards. Ironhead Hayward. 2nd and 4. No blitz being shown going long. Anthony Miller, he is double teamed, and it's a sack. Robert Young with the sack. First time we've seen the Seattle pass rush get home. Cincinnati got home a couple of times in the first half. 3rd and 12. There's a dump off. It's incomplete. I'm going to go back and show you something on here. No additional linebackers, and yet Robert Young's a 14. How's that happen? Correct double team adds a couple. And I was looking at that at first. I was going, well, how could he? 12's the max. How could he have gotten no 14? There's no linebackers. And I was like, oh, yeah, double team. There's the punt. Cincinnati unable to take advantage of the first possession of the second half. And Seattle will take it up 10-7. Low scoring game so far. Cin-Sea wanted to do that wraparound scoring, though, and either regain the lead or get this game tied, but it's still only 10-7 and lots of time remaining. 5-yard pickup, Johnny Johnson. 8 of his 20 carries used. So lots of action left for Johnson. But you might start seeing Brian Mitchell on some short yardage type downs. And run left, Johnson, he's being keyed. He loses 5. Bumped his fumble chance up to 77, being keyed. So Jay got his turnover percentage on that play up to around 3.8% or so. But most importantly, turns a 2nd and 5 into a 3rd and 10. And Johnson stays in as the 3rd down running back. We saw Moose early in the game, but it's going to be a 10-yard dump off. First down. Cincinnati has not had as good a luck as Seattle has on the dump off rolls. Jackie Harris, 3 for 29 so far, 8-14 of 19, 111. We have not had a turnover in the game. Long John Taylor. There's the first turnover. Let's see what the return was. Was danged out of sync things. Advancement. Oh, no, he did not. Or at least that's what it shows. Cincinnati with the ball at their own 40. So the game's first turnover gets the ball back into the hands of Steve Erline. And he goes deep for Ben Coates, incomplete. So Jay going 1776 on us with a few long coats here. 2nd and 10. Erline 3 of 5, 19 yards. Short OB, not double teamed, incomplete off OB's card. He's a 4 on the 1 through 6 scale. So there's one of the ones that he did not catch. Catches just below 50% once his card comes up, guess right, 16 of 36. So we'll see Ironhead as the blocking back. No blitz, 3-3-5 with a 3 wide receiver set for the Bengals. Verline hoping to keep this drive going. No yards on the first 2 plays. It's going to be short to OB. He's doubled. Oh, it's a triple double. I was wondering about that. We saw it earlier. I know it's illegal in IFL. I should have thought about that. That may be illegal in this one too. Yeah, we're going to disconnect. Don't know if it's going to resume at this point pre-snap. We'll see. Okay, it went back. I wasn't sure if it was going to stay at the pre-snap or allow it to go back to the entire start of formations and everything. So, good deal. Third and 10, shotgun, no blitz. Short to Lofton being double teamed. Pass rush, fumble. Will Seattle take it? You get big returns on these. He does not. So neither team looks to advance the turnovers so far. Seattle does have better field position here, but that's a pretty juicy. There's a plus 34 on there. There's a touchdown. There's a long gain, et cetera, et cetera. So there's definitely some plays you could have scored from there, other than the straight out touchdown. Definitely risky. There's a straight out fumble on like 10, but it's not a bad play to run, and it's not. It gives you a big play opportunity without something that's going to mess you up on down and distance. As far as getting a first down, you kind of run it separately. There's a sack. Third time Aikman's gone down. Dennis Brown taking Aikman down. Cin-Sea stays in the 4-3. Dennis stays in the running formation. Left flat, one man there. Andre Reed's going to get 13. It's going to be enough to move the chains. Aikman sharp so far, 15 of 21, 124. Does have the one pick. Short to Jackie Harris. Incomplete, guess right. Would have been a receiver, guess wrong. Good call by Jay. Ball to Cincinnati, 23. Well within field goal range. Well, right to Jackie Harris. It's guessed wrong. Dangerous 16-yard pickup down to the 7. Jackie Harris 4 for 45. Aikman 0 for 2 early in his Super Bowl history, looking to avoid losing his first 3. Linebacker Mitchell is going to get 4 yards. Block being made by Dwayne White. Interesting, the last trade of the 93 offseason, if I'm not mistaken, he is on the blocks reportedly as soon as the season is over, but makes the block there. He's a natural 6'7", I believe it is, so didn't need the help from the full house there. Mecklenburg makes the play. Took a great play to stop in there, or it would have been a touchdown. Mecklenburg makes the great play. Rolled a 6, needed a 6. Staying in the full house. Of course, Moose is a excellent receiver. Johnny Johnson is a good short receiver as well. So you got a couple guys out of the backfield. Guess right, Johnny Johnson's in the end zone. That's really big. See if the extra point is made, but up by more than 7. 19. $24 points on the board total, so 17-7 seems big. There's a nice return there. Vernon Miller, 24-yard, or Vernon Turner, 24 yards, ball at 36, Berline back out. Too early to feel too much pressure, but you've got to get the stops on the other end if you don't score. So for Cincinnati, you'd rather not count on shutting down the league's top offense. You want to be able to score some points, get it within 1 score again. 7-yard pickup, Bernstein, nice play. He has 8 remaining carries, 14 for 29. He just hasn't hit the real good stuff on his card. And he's more of a grinder anyway. Honestly, he's not a guy that's loaded with short gains or, plus 38s or anything like that. Once again, Ben Coates, 2 men in zone, pickup of 1. Some of these completions for Berline have been kind of short due to either double teams or extra men in the zone. 3rd and 2. Full house. Pro set. Hayward and Kenneth Davis. Might see Ironhead here. Short to Miller. Guessed wrong. The delay, sometimes receiver comes up. Plus 16. Ironhead's still got a couple of carries remaining. Let's see. He's allowed 7, so he's got a few. Kenneth Davis has 11, so he's still got plenty of carries. 8 remaining for Bernstein. Ball at the 40. Short to Coates. Pressure coming. That guy's at 12. Coates picks up 15 off his card. Nice job by the young tight end. Monty Coleman is 0-12 inside linebacker. Quite the weapon. The 25, 1st and 10. Got to get some points. 2:06 remaining in the 3rd. Short to Miller being double teamed. Incomplete. Right flat Bernstein, 1 man in zone. Just right. Long gain. How much of it can he take? Enough to score. 25 yards. That's the play Cincinnati needed right there. Maybe wasn't a dump off, but they got the linebacker 6 and got the long gain. Those have been kind of happening Seattle's way. And Doug Pelfrey makes it a 17-14 game. The kickoff, a little adrenaline there, 2 yards deep. Brian Mitchell take a knee, and Aikman's 10-point lead has been cut down to 3 as he takes over his own 20, a minute 12 remaining in the third. Long to Reed. There's a man there. There's pressure. It's going to be picked off. "25-yard return. Really big play in the game. Troy Aikman looking deep, a man there, and the ball is picked off. 25-yard return by J.B. Brown. Aikman, 16 of 24, has a couple of picks now. So Steve Berline starting with his best field position at the 25. It's going to be off tackle left Bernstein. Short gain, 14-yard pickup. So Bernstein struggled a little early, gets a really nice run here, and gets the ball down to the Seattle 11. First down. This will be the last play of the third quarter. Been a nice, close game. Short Anthony Miller gets wrong. It's going to be in the end zone, and the Bengals have their first lead of the game, 20-17, with the extra point pending from Pelfrey. It's good. And Cincinnati takes advantage of the turnover and goes up 21-17. And the kickoff, even more adrenaline, touchback. So momentum swings to Cincinnati's side. Troy Aikman bounce back from the interception on this drive if he can. Get Seattle back into the game. Pickup of 8. Darrell Johnson makes the play there. 2nd and 2. Plenty of time left. Can't really think you can kind of close out the game with a touchdown drive. It's hard to eat 14 or 15 minutes off the clock. But you'd really like to kind of reestablish your offense here after falling behind, giving up the last 2 touchdowns. Blocking back with Mitchell. Flat pass left, Andre Reed. Man there, incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Is this 4 down territory for Dennis? Blocking back, halfback set. And the play call is in on offense. Jay deciding what to do here. Key down. It's going to be off right tackle, gets wrong. A roll of 5, 4th and 2. See how Dennis plays it. 13-12 remaining. He's going to go for it. Cincinnati's got the momentum right now. Will they make the big play here? Johnny Johnson and John Taylor guarded by fours. Johnny Johnson's guy could potentially blitz. See, look into Daryl Johnson. Guess right against the six. Short gain. Big play, 14 yards. Moose. So Ingman keeps the drive alive. Short gain off his card. Guess right. Maybe not as much drama as the House committee hearing today. This thing is pretty damn good. 21-17, 12:36 remaining. Here's Johnny Johnson picking up 12. And at the Cincinnati 46 with 12 minutes left, Seattle trying to regain the lead. After getting up 10-0, Cincinnati has outscored Seattle 21-7. But Seattle driving. Johnson's got 7 carries remaining, make it 6. 14 carries, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Flat left, Johnny Johnson. Nobody there. It's going to be a 7-yard pickup. First down at the Cincinnati 34. Flat right, Jackie Harris. Guess wrong. Dangerous. Picked off. Terry Wooden. Touchdown. Oh, my. Cincinnati 27-17, 10.5 left. He had the man in zone. It was not a linebacker 6. And 2 through 5 and 12. He rolled the pick and got the touchdown. 28-17 Cincinnati. 10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Cincinnati with a chance to win 4 of the first 6 league titles. Down by 11 with no 2-point conversion until next year. Sack. Looking long for Jackie Harris, and Dennis Brown gets through for the second time. 2nd and 19. Lots of momentum for Cincinnati over the last 10 or 15 minutes in a game that was a kind of, it was close, but a kind of feeling like Cincinnati was not getting quite the big rolls on things like dump offs and things like that. Then they got the touchdown on a linebacker 6-0 interception and another interception. So 3 total picks of Aikman. But the last few possessions definitely have felt like Cincinnati possessions. 4th and 7, and Cincinnati is not going to get the ball back immediately. 4th and 7, they're going to go for it. Blocking back, Johnny Johnson. Unlikely to run here. It's not impossible. Quite unlikely with containment. Short 12-yard pickup. So Dennis taking a shot here, trying to get back in this game, gets an important 12-yard pickup. Aikman on target. (28-17) Cincinnati, 8 minutes, 6 seconds left. Look into Harris, another interception. Troy Aikman is just throwing interceptions after interception, 3 in the last 3 drives. And Cincinnati with a 28-17 lead at the Seattle 16 after the 20-yard return by Mecklenburg. That really make it tough for Seattle. They're going to lose some time off the clock probably and hope to hold them to a field goal attempt, which would put them down 14. It's really going to be tough. Kenneth Davis and Cam Hayward in. Short to Coates. 11-yard pickup to the 5. First down. Berline 9 of 13, 98 yards, a pair of touchdowns. Linebacker Hayward, guessed right. -1. The second goal to Seattle 6 as we get to 6.5 minutes remaining. Full house set, 3-4. Second goal. Two-yard pickup. Bruce Matthews with the block, 3rd and goal. And in a season where the underdog, I guess you would say, being the lower seed, has consistently won, Cincinnati is looking to put the finishing touches on their 4th Super Bowl. 0. It's going to set up a 4th and goal at the 4. We'll see Pelfrey out. Could this be a block or something weird? Nope, it's good. A little delay there in the field goal. Maybe with Jay just counting down 5. 31-17. 5:06 remaining. Kickoff to the 1. Return 25 yards. And Seattle needs 74 yards on this drive and to get the ball back and do it again. Not impossible, but it's going to take some doing. 31-17 Bengals. Seahawks defense has been playing lights out in the playoffs, and we're doing it late into the first half. But since then, Cincinnati scored 31 points in about the last 28 minutes. There's the start for what Dennis needs. 44-yard pickup. Long to Jackie Harris. That's going to get the ball down to the 30. And they'll need a couple of those type plays where they either get the long gain off of Aikman's card, off a receiver, or dump off, or empty long zone. Something needs to happen good. And they need big plays. But you can always get a turnover if you can score quick enough. There's always a possibility you can get a turnover or something. Jackie Harris is going to pick up 9. Aikman's trying to shake off a 4-interception game here in the championship game. Very low interception quarterback. 22 for 33, 230, but 4 picks. Second one to Cin-Sea, 21. More important than time. Cincinnati, or for Seattle, they've got to get the touchdown. I mean, they can't end up in 4th and 11 or something. They've got to get into the end zone for sure. Yeah, look at that. Interception, touchdown, interception, interception, interception. Cincinnati's just racking up touchdowns this half. Left end run, Johnny Johnson is going to get 7. Does he get out of bounds? He does. So not a bad play. Now you're at 2nd and 3 at the 7. Johnson's got 3 carries remaining. In run left, Johnny Johnson. Loses a yard as Moose makes the block. That's a weird result, of course. It's 3rd and 4. So got down the field quickly, but now we're down to 2:24, 3rd and 4 at the Cincinnati 8. Guess right, short to Mitchell. It's going to be a touchdown. Sniper scope came up. And if they can make the extra point, Cincinnati will have it cut it to 7, 2:06 remaining. And he gets it. And that pick 6, especially when Seattle was deep in Cincinnati territory, the play that kind of flipped this game around. Almost certainly got to see an onside kick here. You do get a 2, 3, 11, and 12. And if you got it, 3 timeouts left, possibly 17 plays, and you're starting somewhere around 58, 60 yards from the end zone. There's always a chance. Doesn't get the onside kick. It's going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Still has a chance, though. Anytime you've got huge long gains on your card, unlimited receivers, because they've got dots, there's lots of things that can happen. There's no guarantee that you don't get a turnover. Let's see if Marino comes back in. Yeah. Staying with Berline, full house. Pickup of 2. Weird plays like all these low chance interceptions Aikman's thrown or snap fumbles can happen at any time in the game. So every play you run, there is some danger. First time out, minute 52 left, 2nd and 8. Pro set again, or pro set this time. Big play in the game. Short to Miller guessed right. Berline with a high interception, as we've talked about. It's going to get a first down. Short gain, beating the Corey Raymond, the right cornerback, with a roll of 6, beating the 4. Seattle using their 2nd timeout, a minute 45 remaining. So 3 knees. It's going to get it way down there. First will be a timeout, but then you're going to be able to get it down to like 15 seconds. Big first down there. It's linebacker Hayward. 0. Last time out by Seattle. There's a shot of Kenny Anderson on the sideline wanting to come on. Rumors are he will present the trophy to Dan Marino if the Bengals win. Linebacker Bernstein, short yardage, 4-yard pickup. No clock stoppage now. 52 seconds. You fell on it here, you run it down, take a field goal shot, or do you take a chance at a block and a return? Linebacker Bernstein picks up 5. It's going to get us way down to 8 seconds. It's hard to say. I think I'd rather go for it. He makes it, and it's 34-24 with 1 second left. And Cincinnati Bengals have won the Tecmo Bowl in 88, 89, 91, and 93. Congratulations to Dennis on a great season, winning the NFC Championship for the 3rd year. He's won in 89, 91, and 93. And of course, congratulations to Jay. 4 Tecmo Bowl titles in 6 years. Take a look at the final stats. At one point, 17-7 with 3:06 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Bernstein gets the linebacker 6 25-yard touchdown, and then there's an interception. 3:54 left. There's another one at 10:30 for a touchdown, and another one at 7:48. So really, really hard ending for the Seattle Seahawks, playing so well, and then all of a sudden just turnover. What a game. Really exciting game. I mean, it was very close, very low scoring, and then all of a sudden the turnovers, and Cincinnati was just ringing up touchdowns after that. Hopefully Dennis will hop on. Oh, should we leave this up in case we want to look at box score? Hey, Dennis. There he is. Hey, Dennis.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. Man, what a game.
Yeah, it was just one of those unlucky streaks where you just kept throwing flat pass picks. I don't mind the deep picks because I noticed Jay was doing a lot of base defense, standing there waiting for his pass rush to do its job, and for the most part, that worked perfectly because when I threw deep, there was a man, a six free safety in the zone, and he got those 2 picks. But the flat pass picks were killers, especially the one where I was driving, and then he got the pick 6. So
Yeah, that was the kind of fulcrum point of the game to me. You were about to, I can't remember if you were going to take the lead or what
it
it
was,
was exactly, but that was
yeah,
a huge play. Hi, Jay. Congratulations.
Hi, thanks, Tim. Thanks,
well
Tim.
done. And I will say that I thought Jay was very unlucky in the first half with all those dump offs going on Marino's card instead of my dump offs were going on 0 min and zone cards. I'm sure that was driving Jay crazy a little bit. That my dump offs were getting me first downs, and his dump offs were setting up punts. But he it didn't matter in the end because he overcame it and got the big plays when he needed them.
Yeah, I was talking about that during the game. Is probably frustrating to Cincinnati. Watching the dump offs incomplete, and you're hitting 10 on 3rd and 10, hitting nice plays, and then all of a sudden the huge linebacker 6-0 to Bernstein to get Cincinnati really back into the game. That was a huge 25-yard touchdown, I thought, Jay.
Yeah, as you guys were saying, I walked in, all those two flat picks, or one was a look in, I think, but those two flat picks, what you gonna do? They were, of course, you had converted 2 4th downs right before that. They were huge, and then it's like, and they were both good calls. I think I was right, maybe one of them or both of them or something. But then it's like, yeah, well, we're going to take that away from you now, and we're going to hit, a flat pass on the 3. I remember one was a 3 on the offensive card for a short gain. Oh, you're back your own 25 or so. And then the next time it rolled around, then the 3 was on my card. And not only did we pick it, but we went all the way, and that was big. And so, yeah, we did score at that score because we were really back on our heels. I mean, we did get that one touchdown, couldn't do anything, but we were getting dominated, kind of like you were. Where in your game with Dennis, his defense is so good, and he's got 4s out there, but the pass rush and the way he plays, of course, he hides those 4s so well. And so, we got a score to hang with it. And, we didn't do much early, and then finally we got a nice little drive going, and then we hit the snake eyes on the white die 6, which we hadn't had a whole lot of luck with white die 6 up to then. But, boy, I made up for a lot of it. So,
yeah, I thought the last drive of the half was really important. Of course, leaving Marino in, you knew the importance of being able to score and maybe sandwich a score in the early second half around down 10-0. You went for it on like 4th and 1 around midfield, if I remember right, and ended up getting the touchdown. But I thought that was huge. Probably a little frustrating to have to take a couple of Marino's attempts as spikes, but you needed that touchdown, so that was really big.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think of the Marino attempts as spikes. I like Beerline well enough. I do. And so while I obviously like Marino better, but the Beerline card I wasn't afraid of. I have to be careful. I mean, we avoided his picks. I don't know they threw an interception the whole tournament. It was crazy. Meanwhile, I think Troy, what did he have? 4 or 5 today, Dennis?
4, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then
flats,
3 of them right there in the 4th
longs.
quarter. What'd you say, bud?
Yeah. I said 2 flats and 2 longs. I thought that drive at the end of the half, that 3rd down play was huge, because if I get a sack there or must run, or you decide to run it and don't get the first down, you wouldn't be able to spike it to get any points, because it was like 15 seconds left and no timeouts, or 22 seconds left and no timeouts. So, and it was 3rd down. So that was a big play too. That could have been a 7-point swing, or if you did get the first down, you'd have to spike it and go for the field goal. That's 4 points right there that I could have got back. But yeah, I understood why you went for it. I just wish I had a little more pass rush on that. It was a 22% chance of a sack, and it needed the random roll was, I don't know, 40 or 50, something like that.
Yeah.
The game started with 3 guessed wrong, dreaded 5s. Most of you guys were like, I was like, man, the footing must be bad. And then you get a nice roll, and again, it's like +2 on a roll of 2 guessed wrong. You get Jay, I think it was Bernstein. You get a 12 guessed wrong, and it's like +4. I was like, man, you hit your 2 and 12 wrong, but it's 3rd and 4. That's not his game, though. Obviously, he's not a boxcar, kind of guy.
Not this year. Not this year. Yeah, it's just weird. I'm not going to lie. This team was supposed to be about a 500 team. We played about 500, and all of a sudden you just if you're lucky enough to get in the tournament sometimes, You never know what'll happen because and that's what rolled. When when we look at the turnover differential at the end of all this, I mean, I'm just going to be way out ahead for the tournament, and that's really what it came down to. I think I had one fumble today. It was a big one. It set up a touchdown for Dennis, but it was a sack. It was a strip sack, and then and Dennis was able to recover a muffed punt, which would have been bigger earlier. I was like, oh man, I don't. We got to go back to our fumble drills and practice and recovering our fumble drills. But then the dice said, well, we'll make up for it. We're going to give you about 4 interceptions here. So
Seattle's defense had allowed 9 points the first 2 games, and almost made it to the end of the first half with a shutout. So they were looking at 10 quarters that they allowed 9 points, and then all those interceptions, and 31 or something points, or 34 for Cin-Sea to end. But man, Seattle's defense was just stellar throughout the playoffs until the end with all those picks.
Yeah, it's always a war. Yeah, I liken it playing Dennis in a league to Tiger Woods in his prime. When Tiger it was like the field and Tiger, right? And that's the way it is in a league with Dennis Corrales. So,
excuse me, except for Tecmo, where you've won 4 of the first 6 Super Bowls, Tecmo Bowls. That is dominance. That's Tiger in his prime right there. Maybe in some other leagues, I can do some things, but in this league, this is the Jay Villing, invitational. This is your tournament, baby. This is you have gotten this locked down. So congratulations on, and that's including picking late every draft too. So you got to tip your hat, man. That's all you can do.
Well, I appreciate it, but I'd like to say I did more to earn this, but we just kind of sat back and called pass and let the die rolls work themselves out for us. I had one nice call early where I got a key, throw you back on a 3rd and 10, and you just converted anyway. Boom, and so and I was kicking myself a bit, not going for it or being more aggressive on that after that last time I got down in the red zone. I just, it's about 5 minutes left and I'm just pounding the ball, just trying to run it. I took my field goal. I know Dennis, I think you're up by 11, Dennis. 4th and 3. Was it 4th and 3 or 4th and 4? Would you have gone for that, or would you have kicked the field goal to make it 14?
Oh, I would kick the field goal probably.
It was at least 3. Yeah.
Okay.
It's tough enough to score, let alone 2 touchdowns. So,
I mean, would have left you buried back inside your own 5. I mean, and 11 points, you can't go for 2, right? This is the last year you can't go for 2. I'm like, and then sure enough, you the very first play coming out, you finally, instead of hitting my card, you hit the 8 on your card. As the first time, really, Aikman didn't seem to, a lot of bombs he threw. Didn't really sniff his card hardly at all. I think maybe a box car somewhere or something. But you finally hit the 8 on your card, boom, and then you're in business. I'm like, there we go. You gotta cut the head off the snake, man, because he keeps coming. He keeps coming. So
what about after I got the touchdown? Would you have kicked deep or gone for the onside with 2:06 and 3 timeouts?
That is a good question. That's I think I'd have gone for the onside. I think I would have. As it turned out, it really didn't matter. I was able to get it down to 1 second or so, whether I kicked a field goal or not. That was, you give yourself a shot. You don't want to walk away giving up a first down thinking I left my putt short, right? I'll never know if I'd have got that onside kick. And so, yeah, I think I'd have gone for the onside kick. Absolutely. So,
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of had a feeling you were going to throw there to get the clock down. I should have doubled Miller. I should have known that, but I went for the flats because I figured if I have any kind of chance, it's going to be on a flat pass pick. So you wisely avoided that zone. Um, Again, well done. Congratulations on bringing it home again. And what's it look like for next year? Is it Roses in Cincinnati again, or you know?
Well, I mean, I always say this and then we regress. My running backs get better. Ironhead's got two nice cards coming, and so he's going to be fun. It's the Ironhead cards are pretty neat. Now he's not a long gain, but he's got a bunch of. He doesn't even have short gains. He's got like a 12-yarder on a 6, a 13-yarder on a 7, an 11-yarder on a 11. He's got, throughout the middle of that card. So it's a pretty neat card. And I got Kenneth Davis has got one last good card. So the running game is there. I'll lose stuff in Carl Mecklenburg's gone. I mean, he's got a 4. He's got one last 4. And Carl Mecklenburg has been a huge part of our defense. So we'll miss him. But at least if the running game should be better, and obviously Marino's back. So so we'll see.
It's gonna be tough as always. How about you, Tim? How's Dallas looking next year?
We'll have a couple of step backs like on the defensive end, and we did trade Chris Dishman because we've kind of got some near overlaps with him to the point where I wanted to take the value. We'll take a big hit with Buck's career changing, but I'll have better wide receivers and really good special teams. So I don't think I'll be much worse, but I don't think I'll be quite as good. How about you, Dennis?
Why the secondary is kind of weak, 3-4s, but and Johnny Johnson's takes a little bit of a step back, and so, but I think I got enough to kind of compete depending on what I can come up with in the draft. So we might take a couple 1-year cards in the 4th and 5th rounds to try to get us, because it's a good Eggman card. It's a good good set of receivers. Jackie Harris is going to be good again. So
that's another one that Larry took right in front of me. That Larry, how have you heard from Larry? Last I heard, he said he was sick. What do you know anything?
Yeah, he had some complications with diabetes that had him in the hospital for a little bit. He's back out and he's starting to play strat again. So I asked him to take a look at the availables.
And you're right in front of me again. I guess it's a first world problem. Sorry.
No, yeah, I know. 4 championships. I'll trade you a couple championships.
Yeah. So. I was concerned because his emails bounce back, and so
he has a different email address again. I'll send it to you.
Okay, so, good.
I don't know what happened with his other one, but he's got a different one now.
Okay, he's such a nice man. I just wanted to. I was worried that something had happened, and so good. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks. So
again, I'm going to jump off, but congratulations, all hail the victor, all hail the champion.
Thanks, Dennis. It's a war as always, buddy.
All right, man. Take care, guys.
See ya. Bye.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, Tim. Well, it took me 2 years. I was finally able to figure out how to get on the StreamYard. So we got that going for us too. So.
Yeah, it was going on in Samifa for a long time before I figured out I need to do this or do that. So I definitely understand.
I kept saying that, the browser was locked. I was like, what? And I'm trying to go through settings on my computer, but there's just a little lock button right up in the top corner of Google or the Google, and that's what it took. So, all right. Well, I guess that means that I get to figure out the rest of this draft. I get to solidify the draft order now, and we'll be sending that out, and that'll be fun. We'll have to do a draft preview show coming up next week.
Yeah, it will be fun, and again, congratulations! 4 championships in 6 years. That'll long outlive anything that anybody else does in another league. So congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Very fortunate, but we're happy. We're not gonna go. We're happy. So, Thank you. I appreciate it, pal.
Okay. All right. And see everybody later. Have a great night.
Okay. Thanks, Tim. Bye-bye.